How many seasons will we get? How long is your sentence? Because this could go on a long while, couldn't it?
Well, it would be confusing to confuse my sentence with all of the seasons, because there will be 7 seasons.
Right, right.
But Piper's in prison for 13 months.
What's she in prison for?
She smuggled some drugs for her lover.
Right.
And she trafficked some drugs.
And it's based, actually, on a true story of a middle-class woman, is it not?
Absolutely, yeah. Piper Kerman is very different than the character I play, Piper Chapman, at this point, but the show started out based on her memoir.
What does Orange is the New Black mean? What does it refer to?
You know, you helped me with that earlier, and you did a good job.
It's the prison uniform.
Yeah, it's referring to the prison uniform being the new fashion trend.
So it gives us an insight.
Statement.
Yeah, we get an insight
into
prison. Have you?
Yeah.
I was going to say, have you ever been to prison? But I mean, have you ever visited?
Let's not talk about that. It's morning TV.
Have you ever been inside a prison to visit, to research?
Yes.
Or, yeah.
Yes.
What's that like?
Yes. Well, I mean, the prison system in the U.S. is a very heavy subject, and I spent some time at Rikers, in the women's camp at Rikers Island in New York City, and it's actually, you know, there are a lot of similarities to the show.
And I was asking a friend of mine who's been watching it right from the beginning, you know...
Yes. Is this your friend in Italy?
No, this is my other friend where I live. Yeah, everybody's been talking to me about it.
You have more than one friend that wants to talk about the show?
Amazing. Barack Obama is not one of my friends, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I said, you know, what was it that got you hooked right at the beginning? And she said, because when it came out, people had never seen scenes like that on television before. The subjects being, you know, an almost all-female cast, very dominant.
Yeah.
And when you read the script, can you remember that far back? The very first time, did you think this has never been... Did you think, wow, this is different?
I did. I really did. I really had that experience reading the script. I had particularly the way that Genji had written Piper, my character through the pilot. She was right in the middle of her own narrative. She was driving her own story, and it wasn't attached or in relationship to really anybody else, and that's rare. It was really exciting. So it was a woman sort of in the seat of her own narrative, and
surrounded by other women too, of all different ages, shapes, sizes. You know, we always think of Hollywood as having a very singular view of how women should be. Yeah,
I mean, and it's not even a breath of representation of what really our population looks like. So I feel like our show has maybe provided a little bit more elbow room for women to just be who they are as they are.
Well, Taylor, you play the character so well. Congratulations on your role. Congratulations on being a phenomenon with this series. And it's Series 5, and it launches next week on Netflix.
Yes.
Thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you for having me.